Hello everybody, I am Tadashi Mori, and in this video here, I will show you how to make this origami Darkness Dragon here. This is the second version of this origami, and it has bigger wings and a better structure here in the belly part, this part of the crease pattern. It's a complex model, so you must be experienced to make this origami, so let's start. To make this origami, you will use one square sheet of paper and start by folding along the diagonal. Now unfold and fold along the other diagonal, like this. Now unfold the paper and make a fold on the side of the paper just to pinch the middle here. So it's going to be something like this. And unfold the model. Now make a fold from this point up to this point here. Now you're going to use the crossing point of these two folds as a reference, and you're going to fold making the side of the paper, this side of the paper, go up to this point. Now unfold the paper and make another fold making the other side of the paper go up to this point here. Now unfold the paper, turn the model over, and you're going to make a fold making this line here and this line here go up to the middle line. Now unfold everything and fold the paper in half like this, and make a fold bringing this point here of the paper up to this point here. So it's going to be like this, but you're not going to make all the fold, you're just going to pinch exactly here. As you can see, you must make a reference point along this line here. Now unfold the paper and do the same thing to the other side. For the next fold, we are going to use these two reference points we just made. Now you're going to make a fold that passes through this point here. It's going to be something like this. At the same time you make this fold, this middle point here is going to lie on this line, so it's going to be like this. And you're going to pinch here the side of the paper. And you have this new reference point. Now do the same thing here to the other side. So now we have these two new reference points. Now using these new reference points, you're going to make a fold like this. Okay. Fold, unfold the paper and do the same thing to the other side. And the model is going to look like this. Now make a fold along this first line here and fold the model in half in this direction here, like this. Now you're going to make a fold that makes this side of the paper, this side here, go up to this line. It's going to look like this. Fold it strongly and unfold the paper. Now open the model up to this point, and you're going to spread here the last fold we made. It's going to be like this. You have to carefully make mountain folds along the last fold we made and spread the layers. And the result is going to look like this. Now turn the model to this side here, and we are going to work on this small flap. First, open the flap like this, and you're going to fold the side of the flap up to the middle line like this. Open these two flaps, fold the middle downward, and you're going to open like in a tsuru base. So the model is going to look like this in the end. And now just unfold everything up to this point here. Now make a fold, making the middle line, this line here, go up to this line here. So it's going to look like this, and you're going to squash the paper only up to this line. Okay, so you don't need to fold up to the end of the paper, just fold up to this line. Now do the same thing to the other side. And the model will look like this. Now you're going to fold each of these lines here in 3 parts, and try to be really precise, because it's important for complex origamis for you to be really precise on each fold. So try to carefully fold each of these lines in 3 parts. And the model will look like this. Now keep doing this to the other lines. And the model will look like this. Now make a valley fold along this last line here. So along this line here, you're going to make a valley fold, and you're going to make another valley fold along the 4th line, counting from the bottom. So it's exactly this line here. So just count 4 lines and make a valley fold. Now unfold the paper, and you're going to divide here this line in 4 parts. So just fold in half, then open the model and fold each part in half again. And the model will look like this. Now do the same thing here on the other side. Now just open the model like this. Now you're going to fold along the other diagonal like this, and you're going to make a valley fold along this line here, the 2nd line, but only on this top layer. So the model is going to look like this. Now you're going to do the same thing here on the back layer, but to the other direction. Like this. Now fold, making this point here go up to this last line here. Now you're going to fold this layer, continuing these lines. So it's going to be like this. Just keep folding on the lines we had here in the back layer. So fold only up to this line and unfold the paper. Now you're going to unfold the paper up to this point here and make a fold along this last line, and it's going to look like this. Now fold the side of the paper up to the 2nd line. So it's going to look like this. And fold along the 1st line. It's going to look like this. Now just unfold everything and the model will look like this. Now fold, making this point go up to this point here. Now make a fold along this middle line, and the model will look like this. Now you're going to fold along the 4th line, counting from the bottom part of the paper, like this, and do the same thing to the other side of the paper. Now turn the model to this position here. Now open the top part a little bit like this, and you're going to make a mountain fold along this and this line here. So it's going to be something like this. Just make here the mountain fold along this first and this second line, squash the sides of the paper and make a mountain fold along this middle line. Now make the same thing here on the other side on these other two lines. As you can see, the model will not lie flat and it's going to look like this. The inner part of your model should have folds in this pattern here. I marked it to make it easier for you to see. Now you're going to spread here the bottom part just a little bit, and you're going to press this point here. You're going to make a valley fold along these two lines. But you're going to make this fold really carefully, and this is going to be one of the most difficult part of this model. You're going to press here the bottom part, okay, and at the same time make a mountain fold along this first V-shaped lines. Okay, so a mountain fold along this first line like this. Now a valley fold along the second V-shaped line like this, and you're going to do this on both sides at the same time. Okay. Now you're going to press here the top part of this layer, okay, spreading these two layers. So this part here you must be really careful, because you must make all the folds at the same time, okay, the V-shaped lines and this top part here at the same time, or otherwise the paper is not going to lie flat. So after you adjust the paper, the model should look like this, and you're going to press here the sides of the paper, okay, but at the same time you press, at the same time you squash the paper, you have to keep adjusting the lines inside, the folds inside. And in the end, the model should look like this. Okay, now just fold the paper, squash the paper and hold in this position here. Now make this fold up to the middle line. Now unfold, and you're going to make a sink fold along this last fold we just made. So open the model just a little bit and really carefully here, and you're going to make a mountain fold along this line here and this line here, and also in these two inner lines we just made. So let me show you how to make it. So carefully open the model, make here these two mountain folds in the inner part, and the two mountain folds on the outside. And press the middle a little bit, just like this. And the result should look like this. Okay, so now we are going to spread here this layer. So open the top part like this, and you're going to spread here the bottom part just like this. fold, making this line go up to the middle line like this. Now unfold, and you're going to spread this small flap here. And the model will look like this. Turn the model over and do the same thing to this side. And the model will look like this. Now we are going to make the wings. You're going to make a fold, making this point here go up to this point here on this last line. So it's going to be like this. Now unfold, and then you're going to inside reverse fold along this line. So basically you just have to keep making mountain folds along this last fold we just made, and a mountain fold here in the middle, and squash the paper. So it's going to look like this. Now do the same thing here on the other side. Now you're going to make a fold along this line here on this front flap and along this second line too. You just have to continue the lines up to the end of the flap. Now make a fold along the first line here, and you're going to inside reverse along this second line here. So it's going to look like this. So now the model should look like this. Now just do the same thing here on this side. Now just turn the model over and do the same thing here on these two flaps. Now turn the model over and we are going to make the head of the dragon. For this part here, if you spread the layers a little bit, you can see all these lines, and we are going to work on these reference points, on these reference lines. So it's basically going to be something like this. First, you have to hold the paper like this, and you're going to squash the paper about here on the beginning of the reference points. So you have to press the sides and make a fold like this along the first part of these reference points. So the model is going to look like this. Now press here, squash the paper a little bit, and you're going to make now this second triangle. So you're going to press here the top part of this first line of the triangle, okay? And at the same time you press, you have to make a mountain fold along this line here. So carefully make these two folds. It's going to look like this. And do the same thing here on the other side. Okay. Carefully squash here the side of the paper, make a mountain fold, and that's it. The model is going to look like this. Now you're going to make a mountain fold along this line here, okay? So basically you just have to make the top triangle. You just have to press the top triangle, and you're going to make a sequence of mountain folds and valley folds along the lines below. Okay, the model is going to look like this, right? Now you just have to press here the paper and you're going to open this flap in the front. And it's going to look like this. Now take here just one flap on the side and open it like this. Now you have to fold here the side of the paper just like this. Okay, do the same thing here on the other side. And the model will look like this. Now, fold here these flaps to the right and do the same thing here. Okay, now you're going to fold this flap up to the middle like this and fold all this flap all the way upward just like this. Now we are going to make a detail here to make the eye of the dragon. So it's going to be something like this. First, make here a small mountain fold along the side of this small flap here, like this, and you're going to make another fold to the other direction, just like this. As you can see, it's just a really small detail here to make the eye of the dragon. Okay, so do the same thing here on the other side. So the model should look like this. Now turn this layer to the left and you're going to make a fold on this other layer here up to the middle line, just like this, and do the same thing to the other side. So the model is going to look like this. Now make here a mountain fold, folding all the head backward like this, and you're going to make another valley fold on these two layers, just like this, just to narrow here the part that's going to be the mouth of the dragon. Okay, now unfold this part here. Now let's fold this flap here. First you are going to fold in half like this, making the side of the paper go up to the middle line, okay? And you're going to fold each of these angles in half again. So the model is going to look like this, right? So now you're going to make a sequence here of mountain folds and valley folds. You're just going to inside reverse several times. So you're going to make here a mountain fold along this first V-shaped lines, then a valley fold along the next one like this, and a mountain fold along the last one. We're just going to narrow here the layer and it's going to look like this. Now do the same thing here and also here on these two layers. After you finish folding, the model should look like this. Now fold this flap to the left and fold here this side of the paper up to this line, just like this. Now unfold and we are going to make again another sync fold along this line we just made. So just open the model a little bit and you're going to reverse along the lines we just made. And the model should look like this. Now fold this flap back and you're going to do the same thing here on the other side. Okay, so the model should look like this. Now you're going to fold here these two flaps upward, this one and this one, like this. And we are going to fold this small excessive part here of this flap to inside this pocket here. Okay, so it's going to look like this. So do the same thing to all 4 flaps. And the model is going to look like this. Now turn the model over and you're going to fold here this big flap downward like this. Fold here this small flap downward like this, and at this part here you're going to fold the whole model in half. Okay, in this direction here. And in this part here it's going to be clear that this paper is not really good for this origami because it's going to get really thick. So we are going to make a valley fold, mountain fold, valley fold along the next lines, just like a fan, okay? So the first fold is going to be a little bit hard to make because you have this inner layer getting in the way. So it's going to look like this. Now make a mountain fold along the next line, then a valley fold and a mountain fold. The model is going to look like this. Now do the same thing to the other side. And the model will look like this. It's almost done. You can see already the structure, okay, the wings, the head and the tail. Now we are going to make here the legs. That's going to be these 4 flaps here. To make the legs, you are going to pull this layer here and you're going to reverse all these lines, making a fold here in the base with a little bit less than 90 degrees angle. So as you can see here in the first 2 lines, we have a small triangle here in the base. So you just need to keep doing this on the other lines. And the model will look like this. Okay, so do the same thing here on the other 3 layers. And the model will look like this. Now we just have to finish here the details of the dragon. So first let's make the legs. You're just going to fold here, open here these layers, okay? And you're going to make a fold along this line here, okay? So reverse fold along this line and it's going to look like this. Now make another reverse fold along this next line here, okay, along this line, and you're going to make one more reverse fold on this small flap. We are basically just narrowing here the fingers of the dragon. So do the same thing to the other layer and all the 4 legs. and the model will look like this. Well, for the next part, it's going to be a little bit hard to make in this paper here because it's too thick, but it's going to be something like this. First, you have to fold here all these layers of the leg in half, okay, like this. Now you're going to spread the fingers of the dragon, okay, just like this, and fold everything to look like this, right? So do the same thing to the other 3 legs. Now to make the tail, you just have to fold here all the layers to inside like this to hide the white part of the paper. So just keep doing this. So the model is going to look like this. Now open here the tail in the middle, just like this, and you're going to make a mountain fold here right below this detail here, and you're going to make a valley fold right next to the mountain fold. So keep doing this. So as you can see, we are just making here the detail to make the curve on the tail. So after you make all these folds, you're going to fold here the side of the paper, the side of this detail, just like this, just to narrow the tip of the tail a little bit. After you finish folding, you're just going to fold the tail in half again, and it's going to make a curve just like this. Okay, now on the head of the dragon we are going to do the same thing. So basically we are going to hide here the white part of the paper to make the horns. So the model is going to look like this. Now turn the model over and you're going to do the same thing here on the tip of the horns, just like this. Okay, now you're going to turn here one layer to the left, and in this middle layer you're just going to fold, making the side of the paper, this side of the paper go up to the middle line. Okay, we're just narrowing here the horns of the dragon. So do the same thing here on the other side. Okay, now you're going to fold here the head like this, and you're going to fold the neck in half again, and press here the front of the head to make it look like this. Now fold the bottom part of the mouth downward like this, then fold forward a small part like this. At the top part of the mouth you're going to make a small fold downward. So the dragon will look like this. Now this part here is going to be the ear. You're just going to pull here this layer a little bit to the front, and you're going to fold in half. Okay, so press here the middle and you're going to fold in half like this. So do the same thing to the other ear. And the dragon is going to look like this. Now let's make the horns. You're just going to fold the horn here in half. At this point of the horn, you have to open it a little bit. Then you're going to fold the horn forward just a little bit. and close this layer again. Okay, so the model is going to look like this. Do the same thing one more time about this point here. And that's it. The horn should look like this. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so the head is done. Now let's make the wings. Let's finish the wings. So start by making a fold, making this side of the paper go up to this side here. So the model is going to look like this. Okay, and do the same thing to the other side, to the other wing. Right, now unfold both sides and open here a little bit. You're going to press here, you're going to open this bottom part, okay, this bottom layer, just a little bit, up to the point, up to this fold we just made. Okay, this is just to make the wings go upward a little bit and to make it a little bit bigger. So do the same thing here to the other wing. Let me show you again how to make it. Just open it a little bit up to this fold we just made. Okay, hold the tip and pull here the paper, so it's going to open a little bit. Okay, so that's it. Now we are going to make the details of the wings. Just make this first fold we made and a valley fold right next to the first fold, and do the same thing here to divide the wing here 2 more times. Okay, so the wing is going to look like this. Do the same thing to the other wing and the model will be done. So let me show you the details of the origami. It should look like this in the end. I just added some more details on the neck, but it's easy to make. It's just the same thing we did on the tail. Okay, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do not forget to like this video and to subscribe in my channel. And that's it. Thanks for watching this video. See you. Bye bye.